That is right, Minnesota. We beat you so bad that we're using your chant for all Philadelphia sports. Kyle Gaffner is here. I am Adrian Fedke. We're going to discuss the re-debut, Markelle Fultz, after missing 68 games. I'd say it was pretty fine.
It looked pretty awesome, and it's a shame he didn't get his debut against the Timberwolves, you know? Because that Fultz chant would have made it even more sweet.
Oh, yeah.
You know, putting a beat down on them like we did the other night, but he looked awesome. It didn't look like he missed a beat out there. I'm surprised he didn't look like he missed 68 games. He came out there aggressive. His shot looked fine. The shoulder looked okay. It looked like there was nothing to worry about.
He played 14 minutes, was 5 of 13 from the field, scored 10 points, had 8 assists, 4 rebounds. My initial instincts were, I love the fact that he was shooting the ball. He had the second most shot attempts on the team. Everyone was talking about, well, he's got this lack of confidence. He's got Nelson Aguilar syndrome. If he had a lack of confidence, he would not have shot the ball 13 times. He would not have gone to the hole the way that he did. He would not have gone for those hezzy pull-ups. He would have distributed. He would have stayed clear of trying to shoot the ball. So that's my biggest takeaway. I understand, it was a little slow to start. Like, he had a couple of his shots blocked. He had, three shots over blocked. But at the end of the day, this was his first game back in 68 games. We saw him aggressive. We saw him shoot the ball. And honestly, that's really all I cared about yesterday.
Yeah, and he didn't look like in the beginning of the year when he did play those 4 games, he looked completely lost. He was hesitating. He looked nervous. It didn't look like he really knew what to do out there. But when he came out in this game, I mean, like I said, he didn't look like he missed a beat. The kid was aggressive, and even after his first play, he lost the ball. He fumbled it around, and he got it stolen off of him. Then he had a couple block shots, but he was diving on the floor. And how about that defensive set he had when he ran down and came and blocked that shot? That was awesome. Great defense out there. The kid was ready to go, and I love to see it. Right for our playoff push.
Yes, sir. So what we're going to do right now, courtesy of Free Dawkins, whatever the guy's name is on YouTube, but he makes these highlight videos of a lot of different games, a lot of different players. And we're basically just going to watch this and kind of comment about it. We'll see how this goes. So hold on. I guess this is the right game, even though we got Drew Holiday and Elton Brand.
And Evan Turner?
Yeah, what the hell?
Or no, is that Elton Brand? It's Elton Brand.
That's Elton Brand. But it says Markelle Fultz returned full coverage. Oh, no. Here we go. I don't know what that was all about. But here he is, the man of the hour, Markelle Fultz. All right, you going to get into this game?
What? I'm sorry, what was that?
Let's get into this game.
Yeah. And this is yet another playoff team that we were going to face in the Nuggets. I think they're a hot team up on the rise. They got Jamal Murray. They got Gary Harris. Will Barton was killing us last night. But before the game, there was speculation. We didn't know if Markelle Fultz was going to play. And then you heard all the chants, and then you saw the crowd getting into it. And then look at him push the ball right here. You know, he distributes it. He looks like a true point out there. Okay, look, he fumbled the ball, but look at him get back on defense there, Adrian. Doesn't give up on the play. And our defense has been so tenacious as of late. I think this is what we can really attribute to us playing really good basketball and blowing teams out and holding leads.
That first play there was kind of indicative of kind of what I was talking about. A little slow to process at first. Things, it took a little bit of time. He had to get his legs under him. I mean, here's another example. Almost lost the ball there, but dished it off to Ilyasova. So it was a good debut, and I have no complaints. That's a good shot right there. I know he airballed it, but that's what you want to see. You want to see him shoot the basketball.
Mm-hmm. And it looks clean, not like the videos that we've been teased with for the past few months, where he had that little hitch in his giddy up. And if you look right here, he's going to fight off screens. Look, smart play, kicks it out to Covington.
That was a nice cut. That was a nice cut.
Mm-hmm. And then right here, is this the head? Oh, he gets blocked, but he goes after it, passes it off again. I mean, look, he's constantly moving, too. He's always in the play. And look at this play. Woo! That would have been a great dunk if he would have finished that.
He's just a little slow. But everything's going to be fine as he gets more games under him. And see.
Tell me you wanted to see that one go in.
Yeah, honestly, that might have been his best move. That's what he was known for in college, that spin move off the dribble, off his dribble drives. And then hitting the floaters. That's what he did at Washington a lot.
I mean, just look at the change of direction he can do. That was awesome, too. Another great play, the way he was driving to the cup and just like circus shots out there. I really wanted him to nail that shot when he hit that spin move because that was a beautiful move. Like, look at this.
Cutting off the ball.
That was awesome, too, even though he didn't get it in, and Illy got it in for him. But the kid just played phenomenal, and this is what you expect. I thought that was a nice play, too. You didn't know if he wanted to go up for the dunk, but he hit it high off the glass right there. But, this is why we took Markelle Fultz number 1 overall. I know there's been some speculation whether we didn't know.
Hustle!
What?
He was hustling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The hustle all night long.
This play.
14
Takes
minutes.
down.
There it is. There's that block. Look, it didn't give up on it all, and he's got that huge wingspan. So he can be able to, be another shot blocker for us down there when he's in the game. And don't you think, having Markelle Fultz is going to help with our guard defense too? Because not having him out there has hurt us. Ben Simmons, as great as a player as he is, he gets beat a lot off the ball because he's so big. And I think these quicker guards really expose his defense. Woo, that was nice too.
Yeah, JJ. So here in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, this is kind of when you got blocked again. This is when he started hitting some of the jumpers, and that's what I was liking, hitting like the elbow jumpers, the wing jumpers. This is one I think he takes them right here off the dribble, right? If I remember correctly.
Yes. There he goes.
And the pull up, there it is. Oh, it's so smooth, right from the elbow.
Beautiful.
The hezzy.
The hezzy. We didn't see him take any threes though, so I wonder if that's going to happen as time goes on. If he's going to stretch it out to downtown because he was pretty prolific in Washington. Was he 41% from downtown?
Yeah.
And here we go.
There's that pull up again.
Filthy.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see. So we get one more basket. Pass.
Nice little pass.
I guess that was his last assist of the night. So there you go. Markelle Fultz, his re-debut with the Sixers last night.
Beautiful. Beautiful sight to see. And is he going to be on a minute restriction, do you think? Are they going to keep him around 14, 15 minutes throughout the rest of the, 10 games that are left?
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how they utilize him. Do they play him for like 15 minutes a night, kind of see how he fares? And if he's doing really well, maybe you play him more in the playoffs. I don't know how Brett's going to handle that. That's a really good question.
And I think they should. Because I think his stamina, he looked good. He didn't look like he was too exhausted out there. 14, 15 minutes, maybe try to make it closer to 17. But I would get him acclimated for maybe 4 games, play him at 14 minutes, and then just let the kid loose. He's 19 years old. Yeah, he hasn't played, but he's been training hard every day, as we've seen in the videos. The jumper looks clean. And as we get closer to making this playoff push, we need Markelle Fultz to really make a deep run in the Eastern Conference.
I want to see him late in games. Because we saw him late in the game last night, but obviously it was a blowout. Mm-hmm. Well, are we going to see him out there when it's a tie game with like 3 minutes to go? That's what I want to see, and I want to see how he handles that kind of situation. So it's baby steps, even though there's only 10 games left. So you don't have a lot of time to kind of experiment per se, and you're in the middle of a playoff push where you're trying to get the number 3 seed. Mm-hmm. So it's Brett Brown is in a precarious spot. To see how he handles Fultz. But, he's the number 1 overall pick. You got to play him. Shit.
you got to play him. You definitely do. And I didn't know if we would see Markelle Fultz. Yeah, he only played 4 games. So, next year for trying to get Rookie of the Year, blah, 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 wasn't even in a position to be in to really look at it like that. But he really beefs up this second unit because, we picked up Marco Bellinelli and Ilyasova, but can those guys really create their own shot and really score the ball? Not so much. So it was like that it factor we really needed to make this playoff push. But Brett Brown really worries me here a little bit. As we've seen over the past few games when we were up a lot, like 30 points, 25 points, Brett's taking out the starters a little too early and sticking the entire second unit in, and they've struggled mightily. But if we are in these blowout situations, it would help Markelle Fultz get better acclimated to game time speed. There's nothing like game time speed by getting thrown in there. You could practice, do 5-on-5 as much as you want. It's not like being out there in a real game. So I would like Brett to put him out there in a situation, even if it is close, like let's say against the Nets or the Knicks. But if we only play against really two more playoff teams in Cleveland and the Bucks. So these others should be a cakewalk. So get him in there, Brett, and see what the kid can do in game time situations. It don't matter if we lose at this point.
Yeah. I mean, if you're – I just want to get the 4 seed. If you get the home court in the first round, honestly, they're probably going to win the series. Yeah. The way that they're going right now, the way that they play at home, the energy from the crowd, they're going to win a playoff series if they're a 4 seed or 3 seed, whatever. Even if they're a 5 seed, we'll see. I mean, they are playing some really, really good basketball right now. They've won, 8 in a row now? Mm-hmm. So they're getting hot at the right time. And, my God, we're going to be having a fun little playoff push postseason. I don't want to get too much into that because that's going to be a next topic for maybe next week. Like, how far can the Sixers actually go? Mm-hmm. But a little teaser there.
But we need home court advantage. Like you said, at least the 4th seed at most. Other than that, you know how that goes. You don't get home court advantage. But we haven't lost at the center in 95 days. That should just show you the strength that the energy from the fans really give these guys. They play so well at home. The defense is just so amped up. We haven't had a 50-win season, Adrian, since 2001. I was like 12 years old in 2001. I mean, I'm starting to get gray hairs and my hair's falling out and shit. So it's been a really, really, really long time since we've been a playoff contender. And you remember in 2001, we went to the finals.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Way better than that AI team.
They've got 9 games left. And like you said, they only have 2 playoff opponents. There's no reason why they can't get to 50. They only need 7 more. They only got to go 7-2. That's it.
Which can be done.
Absolutely. Absolutely it can. All right, so I guess we kind of answered all the questions. I mean, we kind of got into what does adding him add to the rotation. I mean, obviously we kind of talked about the bench has kind of needed a punch all season long, and even though they have Bellinelli and Ilyasova, Fultz does provide that. So we kind of got into the minutes. I mean, does he get to, say, 20 to 25 minutes by the end of the season?
And I think he has to. Now, this is going to be cutting into TJ's minutes, obviously, so there are going to be more minutes to go around to give to Markelle Fultz because, again, there's nobody on the second unit that can really create their own shot, and he's going to help open up shots for Bellinelli, Ilyasova, who are more efficient just waiting behind the three-point line. As ugly as Bellinelli looks sometimes when he's taking those one-footers behind the three-point arc, but, it's frustrating to see, but this is going to help our defense too in the second unit because with his athleticism and his long arms, it's going to be harder for teams to really penetrate and get to the cup and score easily with Amir Johnson down there who's like looking up in the rafters because he's lost on defense 95% of the time.
Oh, man. If you guys watched our little video last night, my girl Candace from Philly Influencer went off on Amir. Went off on him. Called him a bum, called him a stiff. Said that he was disowned from his family, all that good stuff. Hilarious video last night. Candace is awesome. I guess I'll ask you one more question before we depart because we're going to be doing a Philly season preview coming up. Make sure you tune in on that because, for whatever reason, nobody wants to watch our Phillies videos. Bullshit. Whatever. There were people that actually, complained about Fultz's re-debut. They complained that he got blocked too many times, and we kind of got into that a little bit. All right, sure, it might have been a little slow, but this is his first game back in 68 games. I don't know what the hell you were expecting.
I guess they expected him to be flawless out there because a lot comes with that number 1 pick. I guess they figure that he's just going to come out here and drop 25 points. And I also had complaints when I was talking to people about his debut, and I thought 10 points was phenomenal. You got to remember he had 8 assists too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge.
He's had a double-double in 14 minutes.
14 minutes. I don't know if people realize that, or maybe they just don't really know basketball and they just want to have people drop 30 to 40 points and that's it. It's not all just about the offense, but it's the aggressiveness that he took, taking those 10 shots, even after he got the ball stolen from him and he was blocked 3 times. It was a great debut for Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, like I said, man, I mean, for me, it was seeing him take shots. I didn't want to see him facilitate. I wanted to see him shoot jumpers. I wanted to see confidence in his driving ability, go at the rim, attack it. Even if you get blocked, I don't care. I don't care that he got blocked. It's a little slow for him right now. Fine, he's going to figure it out. I mean, shit, he's a rookie. He's 19 years old. He hasn't played in 68 games. Again, what did you expect? So that's kind of my thought process there. Any closing remarks before we get out?
Well, you say that about him being aggressive and who cares if he got blocked. It's like the same thing with Ben Simmons. It's okay if you miss some shots. Just take a couple jumpers here or there.
Yeah.
You know?
Same thing with him. Yeah, that's a good point there.
You know? So I'm hoping, though – okay, yeah, so I will have a closing remark, even though we kind of talked about it pre-show. Who do you think we match up best against in the East?
Yeah, see, my initial instincts is Toronto, and I know that they're red hot right now, and they're best team in the East. Like,
let's say first round. Don't even think about second round. Let's say first round. Do you think we'll struggle with anybody in the first round?
I don't want to play Cleveland.
Okay.
I don't want to play Cleveland. I don't want to play LeBron. I know that we've kind of played well against them this year, and we have the size to combat them. But LeBron in the playoffs, no. It's a different motivating factor for him. Mm-hmm. I'd say the Pacers. Give me the Pacers. The least experience out of the bunch. You look at the Wizards. You got the combination of Wall and Beal. You know, I don't know if I want to play them, but we've kind of not done well against them this year. So we've lost some games in Washington. Even the season opener, we couldn't beat them. The Pacers, yeah, I go with Indiana.
And I think – and I was going to say the Wizards because I don't think we match up well against them at all, just with their guard combo and the way they can facilitate and drop points like it's nothing. They really scare me. And the Pacers, we've been off and on with them. But if it does come down to home court, obviously we would beat them because we split the series with them. But I think Embiid could do work against Miles Turner, no problem at all. I mean, he's a string bean. So we should be able to dominate them, no problem. But LeBron's a sleeping giant, no matter how well. And they've played well when we went to Cleveland. And then when they've come here, it's been exciting. But best player in the world, he could go to another level when it's playoffs. It's completely different from regular season. So that would worry me if we did play them. But does that open up LeBron's eyes if he does meet us in the playoffs of, oh, yeah, come to Philly. Look what we've got. Now we've got Markelle Fultz.
Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that in the semifinals.
Maybe. Or if we make it to the Eastern Conference.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm probably going to pick the Cavs in the East. Like, it's just –
yeah.
That's my gut. Toronto just seemingly – kind of just can't get over the hurdle.
Yeah.
Even though they're having a phenomenal season. Boston is Boston's the X factor to me. Boston is the team that I think can beat Cleveland for sure. Mm-hmm. Toronto, I don't know. There's just something there. I know I get it. I know they've got so many wins and they have definitely looked like the best team in the East, but it's going to be April now. It's a different month.
They kind of remind me of like the Hawks a few years back when they won 60 games and they were the first seed and you knew they weren't going to make any noise. But Toronto's done this multiple times in their tenure of being an organization. They just can – and same with Houston. They play great during the regular season, and then when it comes to games that matter most, they choke. They just can't get over that hurdle. Think
about like the Clippers. The Clippers did that. The Hawks that 1 year, they won 60 games under Budenholzer. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't have faith in Toronto. Watch, they're going to go prove me wrong. That's fine, whatever. But I don't see it right now. And Boston, see about them. Although they're dealing with a lot of different injuries at the moment. So we'll see how that, if they can get healthy before the postseason. But I love Brad Stevens. That's
great coach.
Yeah. So
great coach.
That's about it from us. You don't have anything else? Do you have one more thing?
No, that was it for me. I just figure, who do you think would be the scariest team to meet in the first round? Because, well, we could save that other show for playoff depth and what we –
yeah, we'll get into, we'll get into some things. Yeah, maybe we'll even do two. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty. We'll start really pumping out some Sixer stuff. I mean, I kind of feel – I'm feeling the positive vibes. I'm feeling the excitement, especially being at the center last night. I think people are going to start watching this stuff. So because during the year they weren't always paying attention. Obviously, the Eagles are always going to get the most views on this channel. But it seems like Sixers are picking up some steam. So
great nostalgia, it's a great nostalgia that's coming with this process. And I feel like this winning ways after the Eagles, let's rub it off onto the Sixers now.
Yeah, there you go. All right, that's Kyle Gather. I'm Adrian Fedke. Stay tuned. We're going to do Phillies season preview coming up next. We out. Peace.
Peace.